So leading up to GCSE season, we count down the days until your first GCSE exam. We haven't spoken much about what to do during exam season, how to revise in between your exams, on the weekends, in that half term. There'll be more specifics about that because we've just been doing the lead up, but now we're getting into exam season, talking about the paper ones, paper twos. So this video is split into sections to help you find your way around the video. I hope this helps you out on how to revise during exam season to ensure you can get the top grades. Grade 8s, grade 9s, grade 9s, grade 9s. The first section of this video we're going to talk about is multiple papers. So prioritizing paper 1s, paper 2s, sometimes paper 3s. So revising during exam season can be very difficult to navigate. You don't know what to prioritize, etc. But the main thing is you want to make sure to not neglect the second paper. And for subjects like geography and even RS, I had 3 papers. And so it was super important to not neglect papers that were coming up later. So obviously your paper 1 is your priority at the start, I guess you'd say. Upkeep your paper 2 revision. So whether that's doing a paper 2 past paper or just covering some paper 2 content with flashcards, etc. Do not leave paper 2 until the night before paper 2. The thing I'd really advise, and this is what I did, maybe 3 days before the paper 1, that's when I'd be doing the most revision for paper 1. Then closer to paper 1, I'd actually be revising for paper 2 because I know it's coming up and it needs more time. You don't really, and I said this in my other video, you don't want to cram. So if you can avoid cramming paper 2, that would be best. Don't put all your energy into one paper because at the end of the day, the 2 papers are weighted or they are added up together, and the 2 papers or 3 papers give you your overall grade and score. So you don't want an extremely weak paper and an extremely strong paper. However, I do think it's important that you identify which paper you normally perform better in based on your, so use your mocks to determine this. When you look at your mocks, which paper did you tend to get weaker at? Was it the paper 2 content or paper? And once you know which paper you're weaker at, you want to improve that weaker paper score so much. And the best way to improve the paper you're weaker at is by doing past papers, practice questions, and topic questions. So know your weaker paper, upkeep the paper 2 revision. You don't want to be doing the paper 1 the night before the paper 1. You've spoken about past papers and topic questions and stuff like that before. It's really important during exam season to be doing past papers and topic questions. So yeah, that's how you organize your multiple papers. Section 2 we're going to talk about is planning in between exams. So cool, you know you've got multiple papers. The best way to plan in between exams is to know all your exam dates. You can have it written down somewhere. I remember I color coded all my exam dates, sciences in one color, maths, etc. And I knew when they were coming up. Wherever I saw a slot in my exam timetable, I would plan my revision with the timing. So for example, if I really need to look at my timetable and see if you have chemistry later on in the week and you have geography first thing, you want to closer in the week, you want to do the chemistry revision maybe 3-4 days before, and then the geography revision behind that. So you're not revising the night before for any subject. You've always got multiple days ahead like that, and that's kind of how you plan in between exam season. The most important thing I wanted you to take away from the planning in between exam season part is do not be doing things the night before. So even though you think, oh, I've got a week till that's coming up, revise it the week before and ensure you're not cramming. That's literally how you plan. The best plan leaves room for, the best plan has gaps in it, basically. You need to leave room for different things, leave room for other subjects, leave room for breaks, leave room for rest. So when you're planning, and everyone plans differently, that's why I didn't give a rigid structured plan out. When you are planning, leave room. Leave lots of room. Another thing I noticed is when I had an exam and then I had an exam the day after, when I'd come home from that exam, I'd make it a literal routine to rest directly after a paper. It's really important to sort of decompress or de-stress after papers. So when you are revising in between exam season, make sure you're going home and just relaxing before you reset again to revise for the paper the next day. I think as long as you take a relaxed approach to all of your exams, you'll find that exam season really relaxed. School, they try to help you as much as they can. And then I also want to just encourage you guys that during exam season, just have faith and be at peace. Exam season can be a really interesting time. There's a lot of external opinions from loads of people. You know, your friends will walk out an exam and be like, I got 24, and then you'll be like, I got 40. So just try and minimize the amount of voices coming in your head. Stay focused, stay at peace, and just relax. The best way to get through an exam season is to take a relaxed approach. Do your practice questions, relax. Just keep relaxing. Two really important things I must say. Some people may disagree with me completely. Strongly advise you don't drink caffeine the night before or the morning of an exam. It does not let your brain work to its maximum capacity. I'll put the article that I read ages ago about it. Don't drink caffeine in the morning of your exam. Don't stay up all night revising. Efficiency, and I feel like everyone watching this knows that, of pulling all-nighters and stuff like that. Just don't. If you don't have time, you're better off sitting in an exam on a full night of sleep than sitting in an exam you crammed for with lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is so dangerous. Yeah, so chamomile tea I recommend. Full night of sleep I recommend. Clearing your mind before exams I recommend. But maybe I'll do a different video on what to actually do the night before in terms of revision and recapping on content and stuff like that. But yeah, the main thing to take away from this video, I didn't say this earlier, you understand the concept so well that even if you haven't done enough practice questions, when you see the question, you understand what process to take to answer the question. Maybe you haven't done an exam question on like electrolysis, but because you know cathode, anode, you know the electrolytes, you know everything, you find it really easy to answer the question. That's all for this video. It's quite a short one. If you have any more questions, please comment them down below. I respond to all my comments, and I'm so blessed on this channel, honestly. So yeah, I respond to all the comments, and if you have any more questions for me, please comment them down below. Just remember, exams are spread over like a 5-week, 6-week, a month period. So there's so many days in between there where you're not doing exams. You have like 21 something papers. So there's so many spare days in there. And if not spare days, you have spare nights, spare mornings, whatever. I pray that video helped you all. And yeah, it's not over. Keep going during exam season. Exam season will surely pass, and you're gonna have an amazing summer. That's all for this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.